Well, hello there. Not quite 10-minute countdown, but we're here. We're live, and I just noticed I forgot to put on some music. So, let's just go to my very chill stream music playlist. There we go. You may hear some kitten sumis in the background. Both of them just had food. They may be telling you all that they would like some, but they have some. Do not pay attention to them. Otherwise, hello and welcome. We're going to tackle a new comic page today. I have sort of neglected this comic this year. It is a very short one, and I basically only work on this once in a while. So, yeah. And by very short, I mean it will have maybe 50 pages, which is still a lot, technically speaking, but compared to just the right border, compared to the webcomic I had before that, it is very little. Over there, and now we've got one free-flowing panel, so we need to do something with this microphone. I guess it'll have to be in the camera view, otherwise I just can't really see chat, so let's get all of these in here. I have a copy of that one we can put in here. And then we've got all the frames we need. So let's get to sketching. So how is everybody doing today? It's a good thing it's Friday for me, in any case. Still have the snapping to snap to out of area. There we go. Snapping is still in there. That one always throws me off a little bit. I need to look into just, you know, having that disabled automatically. There's no L in there. Yeah, and then I'll have to look at what kind of shoes I gave this guy. Alright, what is happening in this panel? I think this is what's happening in this panel. It would make sense. That was Arno. No, that was Elise. Arno is still sitting outside. So I got a new keyboard today. It's looking like this. Just a moment. It's very heavy. Looking like this. The keys are rather sensitive. Sensitive, yeah. So I usually have my fingers hover over the spacebar, and if I just touch that very lightly, you can see my cursor turning into a hand for like grabbing stuff. It's just something I still have to get used to. But if I seem to unnecessarily move the canvas a lot today, that is why. Okay, that hand seems a little bit large. We do not have yaoi hands here. There we go. All right. Torso looks a bit long. I might just be in the stretching motion, so we shall leave it as it is for the moment. I think I need to expand this a little bit. Hi Pulka, how are you doing today? So I'm just gonna add some galoshes. There we go. So, and for him, I also need to double check what he looked like. I'm fine. Bit tired, but at least it is Friday, so after the stream, I'm free for everything for this weekend. So, which panels do I see their shoes? And themselves at that point. Let's go with this one, and yeah, well, he is pretty much fully visible here. Okay. I just need this as a little reference for myself. And that is what happens when you have weeks, if not months, in between drawing comic pages. I have neglected this one, as I said. I don't think I need to make quite as long. What's the comic about? It is about a group of not quite like-minded people confronting a necromancer, and the telling of the story is a bit complicated because I wanted to try something different, so there's a lot of present time and flashbacks involved, and they kind of spiral further from each other with every time we have some. Currently, I only have this comic available for my Ko-fi members. I do plan on making it freely available eventually. I just need a lot more pages before I do that. So I have something like a schedule to update the comic. But yeah, since I tend to neglect this comic quite a bit, it is not my main project at the moment. And if I get to it, it is usually during these streams, and since I only stream once a week and also use the streams for other stuff, the comic is kinda on the back burner, but we're getting there. This should be page 7 now, so let me see. Yeah, page 7. Still need that one up for reference. So now I need to look up what the front side of this guy looked like, because I currently only have like a side and back view. So yeah, that's not very enlightening there. I don't think there's anything there either. Maybe here? Oh yeah, got something here. Yes, very tiny. So yeah, what happens to this guy is not exactly a spoiler in the context of the comic, but he is basically getting stabbed through the heart with a stalactite, so poor guy. Also, if you hear some metallic stuff in my background, that's my cat trying to empty the food bowl, not bowl, can very diligently. Every little morsel of food needs to be taken care of. Okay, I need to think about how to position that arm still. And there we go. Alright. Got that part. So I need to go to the other group. I'm going to find out why that sketch layer is usually at 30%. I don't think he's very much able to grab anything anymore. And I don't think I gave him a sword, he's more of a bow and arrow guy. I think this one needs a bit more perspective layering here. That curvature makes more sense here. Also, if I don't talk a lot, it usually just means I'm in the zone. Okay, so before I sketch him back there, let's do that over here so we have nothing to overlap and skew basically our view. The bow? No, not really. It kind of swings around on impact. There we go. Alright, liking how he looks. So, let's put him on his own layer. Just in case I need to change something. Now, let's see. Where are we in relation to everything? We'll be more like over here. Maybe not quite as much up here. It needs to be smaller. Basically, our horizon line is here. So I would have that there. Oh, more like this. So that is the basic thought process here. With all the stuff kind of in the air like this. Before I ink this panel, I probably should put all of this into Paint Tool SI and get a proper perspective grid going, because I don't know why, but I do not get along with the perspective tool in Clip Studio. I need the one from Paint Tool SI, otherwise we're not making progress here. So let's do that whole perspective grid thing before we move on. So we don't have too much stuff going back and forth the entire time. And also let's save this as a PNG. So we can use that one. There we go. Okay, let's make this easier on ourselves. Nope, that was the wrong work in progress folder. I've got way too many of those. Come on, get over here. Thank you. All right. Yeah, that way we have that one. All right, let's get a very basic grid going here. Although so we've got everything looking that way. So just making sure we've got all other things sort of in place, so we can use that going forward as well, outside of what we do now. Gotta say, I love perspective grids in Sci. Oops. So let's see if we can't just copy that between. Oh, we can copy that between files. Isn't that nice? So let's get to some inking. Since we've got the basics basically figured out. So yeah, still getting used to how sensitive this keyboard is to touch. Let's get a ruler going here for this one. Linear ruler, please. Okay, how did I put everything there? Looking at earlier pages and okay, I know what I did. This one goes to the ground. Shouldn't be as much of an angle here, since that is pretty close to the horizon line. Okay, at which height do we have the band going across? That would be like roughly here. Okay, let's get another ruler going. get ruler number 2 going. There we go. Try it a little bit further back. Double checking with my references here. Okay, and this one goes quite a bit up. So we shall not bother with everything that is on the other side. just checking if the kitties are fine. Haven't heard from them in a while, so there's probably something chaotic going on. Okay, let's see, how's the structure up above? You'd think you'd think having drawn all of this before, it would be easier to remember everything, but it's also been quite a while. Maybe they're napping? Could be, I mean they've had their food. Could be that they're in the other room in their little baskets on the cat tray. But whenever you don't hear from them, chances are they are doing something stupid. They're like toddlers in that regard. Not that I know a lot about having toddlers, having no kids and all. Alright, I just need to get some kind of pattern going here. But since they're pretty far away, we can do this the easy way. Don't need to do much texturing with the inks here. I can make some of them a little bit less perfect in style though. Whoops. We do, after all, have something old and broken to work with here. basically had the tiles going all the way back here. Well, what was I thinking on the earlier pages? Spoiler alert, I wasn't thinking. At least not thinking of future Sophie. Who is present Sophie right now. Hi BP, how you doing? Had a nap? Naps are good. Do you still know which century we are in? Just asking, because that is how I felt after my nap yesterday. No idea which year it was. A rare meeting-free Friday. That's awesome. That should happen more often. By the way, BP, look at this beauty. Got a couple of orange keys going here. And this key right there. Let's see if I can't get it into the light here. And it has little ducky feet on it. The escape key. Because, you know, it's the ducky quack mechanics here. Really, really happy I did go for it after all. Even though I was having doubts, but then again, when am I not plagued by doubts? So thank you for enabling me. Oh, you know what I'm just noticing? I never put up my bot. I'm a pro streamer, y'all. I did something new with the start screen where I now have an actual timer counting down until I go live. Actual live. But, totally didn't do anything with the bot. I was thinking to you and did my last vacation. See, that's something. Something I still need to reel a little bit with is that the keys are rather sensitive. So when I'm usually hovering above the spacebar with my thumb, and just the slightest tapping will actuate the key. So I'll need to look into also making the spacebar a little bit less reactive. Like usually when I'm typing, I will totally press it down anyway. It is inspired by it, yes. Got it off Etsy a couple years ago. And it was titled a Bajoran earring. And I'm like, I'm not sure if this is an actual Bajoran earring, but I'll let it slide. I like how it looks. So I got it. making this a little bit easier on me just now and just imply that there is more stuff here. Nobody is going to look that closely at this background anyway. So you tell nobody. All right. Then here I'll probably have to do that as well. What I want to do with this panel is mostly just have the ground and the figure and then basically fade to white above. Whatever am I talking about? Nothing. Nothing. Nothing at all. No need to worry about anything. Let's add a new layer for characters going and just make the background a little bit less visible. So I'm wondering whether to give him eyes or not. Generally speaking, he has some, but do I draw them? Like, he's pretty far in the background. That might be a detail we do not need. So yeah, specifically with the spacebar and the actuation force being basically a feather on the keyboard. That will take some getting used to. Hi Gex, how you doing? Happy Friday to you too. Good, thanks. Nice walk in the woods today. Oh, that sounds nice. Completely lost. That's not a dog choose the route. Well, I hope Holly didn't lead you too astray. I'm doing fine. Bit on the tired side, but it is Friday, so the work week at least is behind me. That is nice. And I can sleep in tomorrow, if the cats let me. That is a big if, I know. Yeah, that's probably what I'll be doing. Cause if they are nice and let me sleep, that's fine, but I do not expect that to happen. So yeah, feeding them and then just laying back down. Often I can even go back to sleep after that. It's just a little bit skinnier and less bowling ball. The earlier the better, especially if there's food involved. I haven't heard from them for a while either, so I'm assuming they're having some plots going. You know, Pinky and the Brain, like plotting for world domination. Can't wait for my work week to be over, but honestly, I'm pretending today. Hey, so long as they don't care about that, don't even pretend. I mean, we got some information about more flexible free time yesterday, which I'm all for that. It's basically if you would like a week or two more vacation days in a year, you can basically reduce your hours on paper. Say go from 40 hours to 35 hours on paper. Still work your 40 hours and then basically save those 5 hours until you get to a week or two, depending on what you want. So kind of like a sabbatical, just instead of decreasing pay for that time frame, you basically decrease your work hours before and save up for that extra free time. It's kind of nice, and I'm thinking of doing that next year. I have been thinking about reducing hours in general, so that might be a good way to test that. just to see if I am willing to take the pay cut for reducing hours that will come with it. So yeah, thinking about that. And hey, at the end of the day, free time is worth more than a lot of pay. Because time just goes away. Money comes, money goes. Park Asterix trip next year? Hey, maybe, why not? Had meetings 20 hours. Oh, Jesus. 20 hours of meetings in a week? Should have said something. I would have called them with, Bobby, I screwed up. My Holly's brain doesn't think that far ahead. She just got me to take her for a second walk. She stopped 10 yards from the door and stopped to sit in the sun. Valid. I mean, I'm not sure how the weather has been in your neck of the woods, but over here we had a lot of rain over the last couple of weeks. So, getting in that sun time, valid. Honestly, a lot of co-workers already asked me if I'm to blame for the rainy weather, because I'm always the person who says it's too warm. I need it a bit colder, I wouldn't mind some rain. And then we got that in the last couple of weeks. And I was very happy about that. I mean, the rain made me tired too, since there was very little vitamin D to get naturally. But it was rainy. I'm the weatherman, so yes. I mean, we have that, I wouldn't exactly call it a superstition. It's probably just something that some parent invented in order to get their kid to eat up. But we have the saying that if you don't finish your meal, as in empty the plate, or just, eat all of the food that you took or got, whatever, then that will mean rain the next day. So, the thing is though, I finished my meals recently, so might not be the actual reason behind that. But did I eat enough meals? I already had 2 meals today. And one of those was big enough to warrant not having another meal today. I had some takeout today. And it was a lot. So I will probably only have a snack later, not a proper meal. Otherwise, yeah, I've had proper meals this week. What did I get? I had some fried duck in peanut sauce with rice. need to be a bit more cognizant about which keys I'm hovering above. Sounds tasty. It was. It was a bit too much rice at the end, so I didn't exactly finish all of the rice, but I mean, it's just there as a filler anyway. But I ate almost all the veggies. Not the fried onions though, because they gotta be raw for me to really enjoy them. But yeah, it was a giant portion. Okay, we're having a little problem here. And we solved the problem. Next time I see you, I need to remember to bring you an onion bouquet. Listen, I like onions. Yeah, a very underrated veggie. Color preference? I don't really have one. I like them all equally. I do not discriminate here. Sometimes I want it a little bit more bitey, so I get the red ones. But I'll take all. I do that? Yes, I did do that in different layers. No, I did not see them, but was it during Comic-Con? Because that was just recently, wasn't it? So, let's see. Let's make this a little bit. There we go, now it works. Yeah, during Comic-Con, okay. I'm so out of the loop with all the comic conventions. I used to pay a lot more attention to them. But now I didn't see the trackies dancing in the street. Alright, let's get this one a little bit out of the way in a non-destructive manner, meaning with layer masks. Same here. There's probably an easier way to do this. Not just easier, but also faster. But I kinda like having the feeling of actually drawing something. I'm just using the stylus as, you know, a pencil, sort of. And I mean, like, it's about 30 minutes. Oh, that's a long one. But yeah, do DM me that one. You know what also kind of went past me a little bit? Strange New Worlds Season 3 is already airing. And I have not been paying attention to that. Haven't watched it yet either. It's probably just going to be something I'll watch once all the episodes are out, or at least when 9 episodes are out, so I can, you know, take a week and just watch 2 episodes every day, and then the last day I'll have the finale. I'm a bad fan. You're worse. Still haven't even finished Discovery. Oh. I'm finishing Picard before anything makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. I can see why. Totally get that. But imagine having finished Picard last. Although, it wasn't quite last, because after Picard, I watched season 3 through 5 of Discovery, because that is further in the timeline. So, you know, by comparison, all the gripes I've had with Discovery, not that bad. Not that bad at all. I was watching Picard and I was like, no. 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 That show almost broke me. And I am so glad I had waited for so long to watch it. Because if I had watched that while I was still having big gripes with Discovery, because again, after season 1 of Discovery, I kind of stopped watching Star Trek for a while. And it wasn't until my chronological watch through that I got back to it. If I had watched Picard before that, I probably would have just skipped all of Discovery. And seasons 2 through 5, well, they're not perfect. Not perfect at all. They were definitely better tracked than whatever Picard was supposed to be. I mean, Picard was supposed to be a cash grab. Let's face it. But I did love Lower Decks a lot. Yes, Lower Decks is a lot of fun. I can't watch a lot of it at once. It's a little bit too fast-paced and gets a bit exhausting after a while, but generally speaking, it's a good show. Okay. I'm going to do some tricksing here. The finale made you squeal, yes! Yes, the finale was awesome! Gotta share is a thing! And it is canon! Not just in fanfic space. There we go. Oh yeah, let's also do that over here. Then we shall rasterize the layer. That's what we need to do first. There we go. And after that, we'll convert brightness to opacity. The army of Harrys who new information would threaten him with Eurasia. I kind of like how they put that into perspective as to why Harry was never promoted. Totally went to his head. What I thought also was kind of funny is how many Harrys they collected, basically. He gets lost in a shuttle quite a lot, doesn't he? So, for the background here, we will think of something later. Might not even need any inks there, and just do it with the paintings after. What I also liked with Lower Decks, whenever they had an episode referencing one of the 90s shows, the backgrounds that they drew for the ships or the station, in DS9's case, they were amazing. Really, really well done. So in keeping with the sets they had. And the musical callbacks as well. Oh, that link still has the Twitch reference. Well, if I click on it, I'll know you came from YouTube, not from Twitch. I need to go through my bot, honestly, and just adjust all the links and stuff. But guess who does not have the time? Loved how he treated old Bing characters as rock stars? Yeah. Listen. You really, really need to get onto Strange New Worlds. There is a crossover episode with Lower Decks there. And it is amazing. Need to just get to it. Yeah, I also need to get back to it. I kind of dropped off the 3 episodes so far. The thing is, I'm currently watching it on Blu-ray, the first season, and changing the disc, that is a hindrance. Why are you not? Oh. Why did I change my keyboard layout? How did I change it? I know it is pretty easy to change it, because I did that a while ago. On purpose. And I forgot what a shortcut for that was. Oh yeah, I'm currently watching it on Blu-ray, so changing the disc is currently my biggest hindrance, which is why I kinda went back to Stargate for a while and have that as my background noise while I'm working on stuff. Unless I have anybody who's streaming. Yes, changing the disc is too much effort sometimes. I've been trained by streaming that I do not need to do anything, it just plays the next thing. And I could theoretically watch many, many seasons right after one another without having to do anything. You get the physical copy of KZD2. I did! However, so with KZD2, I got the normal DVD case and also the Steelbook case. But there was only a code in the box. They didn't have any of the CDs. Or DVDs, I guess. Which is fine, that was advertised on the site where I bought it, so I just wanted a really nice Steelbook. And now I've got it, and I have 3 signatures, autographs on it already. I need to remember to take it with me in September when I have my vacation and also the concert. Because I have a feeling that a lot more people will be at the concert too. Probably already in Malishov. Since that one is more Warhorse driven than the Ratai event was. Excited for the concert? Excited would be an understatement, BP. A total understatement. I'm still undecided whether I should get a costume or not. The costume I had last time barely held together because it was so last minute. Not really. Not really, no. You were early. You were very early for them, I guess. And now the hordes are rolling in. Okay, I need a reference of his face again. I have one there. No. Oh, wait, no, I did have one there on the next page. There we go. You were annoying before it was cool, yes. You know, you were basically the one who put them on the training wheels, and now they gotta do it without assistance. And yeah, they didn't want to be famous. I mean, some of them already had acting gigs, pretty well known acting gigs on that. But, yeah. Shouldn't have become actors that way. Nerd fam hit different, yeah. Needs to be a little bit further down. Well, yeah, I've been thinking about my second playthrough of KCD2 and potentially streaming it. I've been thinking about Tuesday streams. They might not necessarily be a regular thing. To be fair, they've all completely embraced it and made the community better for it. And I don't know of any other game that does that, yeah. Honestly, until at least a couple of years ago, there were a couple of people who may have voiced characters on games and stuff who were kind of embarrassed about that. But I don't know why you would be embarrassed about it. At the end of the day, it was at least a paycheck for you. So in a meet and greet between Derek, I'm guessing you mean The Rock and Kate Mulgrew. Take a while, guess where I'm headed. Oh. Wouldn't know who. Wouldn't know who. Also, yay, Captain Janeway! And I can't get why. Like, if it was a role that basically barred him from doing anything else, maybe. But, I don't know, just be happy that people recognize you. That can only lead to better things, can't it? He did Walking Dead after. And that was a very popular show for a while there. I never watched it because the whole zombie apocalypse does not appeal to me, especially when there's literally no way out. So I saved myself from that heartache. But still haven't stalked any of the above creatures. If that's what self-control means. See? There is self-control here. Like, I kinda, if I remember correctly, Carrie Fisher, she wanted to be an actress, and she would have been okay with having smaller roles, paying the bills, but not being hugely famous. And then one of her very early roles took off, and she had, I think at least, fact check this please. But I think she also had in her contract that she would be compensated for merch sales, like action figures and stuff, when it came to Star Wars. And that way she became rich real fast. Because, as we all kind of know, Star Wars took off. So that whole wanting to be an actress thing kind of didn't really work out for her, given that basically everybody associated her with Princess Leia the entire time. So in that case, I would kind of see how you would maybe want to do other things as well. But, let's face it, GTA is not quite on the same level as Star Wars. It is a very popular and very well-liked game, specifically GTA 5. But I mean, GTA 6 is still not out there, so who knows. But it's a different way it hits compared to Star Wars, which is video games, shows, movies. You don't have to be a huge video game nerd to be there. It's a lot more accessible in that regard. Same with Mark Hamill, kinda got left behind for a long while, but he was amazing in Man Down. Yeah, Mark Hamill also had a pretty hard time in that regard, because he was too famous right away. I mean, I know he kinda switched over to voice acting at some point, and he did the Joker, and was then well known for that as well. And in Avatar, Legend of Aang, he was Violet Ozai, so he didn't have a lot to do in the first 2 seasons, but the 3rd season. And I know Carrie Fisher was in the Blues Brothers movie, I think. Was it not a movie? I want to say she was. But I might be remembering stuff wrong. It's been a while since I got to all these facts. But yeah. And that's one of those things where I'm like, especially actors who are like, they want their breakthrough role and stuff. Maybe just have a few roles at first, because if you have your breakthrough role too soon, that will only hurt you as well. Star Wars knowledge is so low. I'm a bad nerd. BP. It's fine though. Star Wars is so expansive by now. Getting into it now, that will take a lot of time. And despite liking Star Wars, there's a lot of shit Star Wars out there as well, so... And where do I fit in? As far as I'm concerned, there are only 3 Star Wars films. Same with Indiana Jones. I personally do not go beyond Mandalorian. Anything in the sequel trilogy is... That never happened. That was a fever dream. I don't mind the prequels. I mean, I kinda grew up on them. Saw them in theaters. Well, the second and third one. The first one kind of flew past me as well. So, yeah, I like them. And I mean, they are wonderful meme material. So, ain't that something? I know. What's that you? Are you in jail? Arno? Yeah? Let's get the big boy. No. Let's not get the big boy then. Okay. Good. Didn't like the original trilogy. I didn't get it at all. The prequels were better, but I didn't get it either. Maybe because it was very fantasy, and I don't usually love fantasy. Yeah, I would describe Star Wars as science fantasy. And even though there's a lot of technobabble in Star Trek, I would classify that more as a soft sci-fi. yeah, again, I like the originals. I like the prequels. The sequels do not exist. Rogue One is pretty good as well. And I actually haven't seen Solo yet, and I don't plan on seeing it. So yeah. It's hard sci-fi. Hard sci-fi. Let's see, what would that be? The Martian, for example. I would classify as hard sci-fi. Where it's very attainable science fiction. Yeah, science fiction. Yeah, Rogue One, I like because you have the whole story in one movie. And I mean, we do have Andor as a show now. I still haven't watched season 2. I'm currently not really in a mood to watch new shows. Can you guess? Because I know the moment I started watching it, that is a couple of episodes that are going to be really intense, and everything will be together, and that's just so exhausting at the moment. Can't be bothered. I also haven't watched Acolyte. What's it called? Acolyte? The show that is set during the High Republic era, if I remember correctly. Haven't watched that one yet either. I just cannot be bothered at the moment. But yeah, Rogue One I very much enjoyed, and I'm kind of happy that we got a quote-unquote sad ending. Where the main characters didn't survive. That was a nice change of pace, specifically in the Star Wars universe where the Force will make everything right at the end. The light side shall triumph. Again, Solo, I haven't watched. Not particularly interested in it either. And yeah, as far as the shows go, I don't know. They started out really great. I liked the first season of Mandalorian a lot. The second season was pretty good too. And after that, I feel the shows kinda got more and more boring. I don't know what it is about them, but it kind of feels like they are not, or they are trying to build for something, but I don't really care what they're building, or I can't really see where it's going or supposed to be going. So hard sci-fi, Gattaca, Contact, Arrival, Annihilation. I know about Contact and Arrival, and I know Annihilation is by Jeff Vandermeer. And a YouTuber I watch semi-regularly loves the book. I haven't read it yet. Haven't gotten around to it. But yeah, I would also classify the books by Andy Weir, like, what was it all? Artemis, which was about a colony on the moon. The Martian, you know, the one that was also turned into a movie with Matt Damon. That was pretty hard sci-fi as well. And what was the last one? Project Hail Mary, where they're trying to find a solution to a problem in another star system. Love The Martian. Yeah, it's a really nice movie. And the book was pretty good too. The book was a little bit different in a couple of areas, and I mean, you do not have any of the montages that happen to disco music, so yeah. The book is more enjoyable to me, yeah. I like the book. I listened to it, so I got the Will Wheaton version, and all the time I was like, shut up, Wesley. But yeah, Star Trek I would classify as a soft sci-fi because it is so far removed from anything we could achieve scientifically. We've got teleportation. We've got faster than light sort of space travel. We have a whole lot of aliens in there. Acton Anson, Wesley Crusher, yes. And a lot of technobabble, so I would classify that as a soft sci-fi. Haven't sat down to watch a new series in a long time, don't have any of the streaming services, yeah. You can only save money that way. What's the matter, Arno? Are you starving? No. Yeah. Okay. He's going to the balcony. As far as streaming services go, I currently only have Disney Plus, but also only still have it because a couple of other people use it as well, so I can't just get rid of it one day to the next. But I got the cheapest plan, so yeah, I'm getting some ads on there, but ad blogger helps a lot. Okay, we are having zoomies. Sweetie, you coming here? No, he's not coming here. I think faster than light teleportation may be possible. It's been achieved in some labs, allegedly. Couldn't run the experiments to prove it. You couldn't? You do not have anything like that in your basement? I am disappointed. Can't wait till I can binge all the streaming services. My parents are consuming every single show on Netflix. My grandma was the same when she still used my access. And then I was like, one day, I would like to cancel Netflix. They wouldn't let you watch anyway anymore, because they had that whole password sharing thing not being a thing anymore. Jesus. Arno is running around as though he's been bitten by some flea. He does not have fleas. Sweetie? Yeah? You coming here? You coming here? I do. Huh? No? Okay. Go back to the balcony then. Too deep into K-drama and J-drama. My mom and my little sister as well. Specifically the K-dramas. I've tried getting into them and there are a couple that I like, but I don't know. I think the only one that I really enjoyed was Hotel del Luna, which was basically about a hotel that only hosts ghosts of usually recently deceased people who are not quite ready to move on yet. And that was a nice one. You can hear Arno doing faster than light experiments. He's trying very hard. I think they're making up for all the shows they didn't see. They're TV show addicts and their retirement. I mean, that is one of the things that retirement is for, isn't it? Put this foot out. My dad was a theater kid. Oh dear goodness, an extrovert. Okay, now we need to do something different here with the sleeve. Otherwise, that looks very weird. Why have we switched back to the English layout? I need my Z far away. I can't function. I got a dirt expert who speaks to everyone. Oh no. Okay, that does look better, yes. So, what do we need to do in terms of backgrounds here? I think when I have a look at the time here, I can finish the backgrounds and we might even finish the what's it called? Flaps. You may be able to finish the flaps. And then, well, I do not really have anything else to do next week. I'm just looking at my planner up there. Don't have anything to do next week specifically, so we will probably finish this comic page next week. You will notice a random thing about them, or ask where they're from, and then start singing songs from wherever they're from, or talk about actors from there, or movies made in that place. I mean, given that he and your mother are currently binging everything on Netflix, I'm not surprised they know about these kinds of things. Could you ever imagine just casually instigating? No. No. That is nightmare fuel for me. Because imagine you're wrong about a fact just when you're casually talking about something. I would like to have the ground swallow me now, thank you. Somebody is singing the song of his people. Aren't you, Arno? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Did you have an audience? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. And did they at least clap? Was there some applause? Mm-hmm. He didn't get applause for singing the song of his people. His audience, the birds, were not very appreciative of it. At least that is what I think he said. You wanna go in there? Alright. Yeah. Yeah. You can't just go into the box, that's fine. That's why I left it there. I know. Yeah. Okay, then just sit there. Do we go to the shop for a new pasta sauce or think of something else? Well, depends. What else do you have at home? Speaking of food, I haven't had any today. Or anything to drink. BP, it is past lunch time, noon. Past noon for you. It's like almost 1:30. It's past 1:30. If I'm reading my clock correctly, yes. And you were worried about me having eaten properly. Yeah, I'm sure my cats appreciate being taken seriously for their meowing. Listen, listen, I'm listening. Okay, now for this one, well, we'll just have something else there. Can just do that with the painting part, that's fine. Okay. What had happened was, right, so I woke up early, then I had a nap, so technically it's not my fault. You could have eaten after the nap, though. Like, theoretically. Do I have that one still? I'm trying to find a page where I already have this background drawn, so I know what to put there. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I came here after that. You could have gotten yourself a snack, you know? Also don't mind the dramatic music in the background when just listening to the Nutcracker. That is a very dramatic ballet. Okay, use logic. I'm good with logic. Not Vulcan good, but pretty decent. As I should consider food, not now. Perhaps a baguette would just be lazy and beans on toast. I mean, it is your stomach with beans on toast. That is basically a nuclear combination. In my very honest, non-British opinion. Repeat, this is not a person. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. I mean, I could just go there and basically drive back out, so nobody stopped me from leaving. But yeah. Vulcans talk a good game, but I've never seen them play League of Legends. I mean, I've seen them play darts and baseball. And they won both times. So. Yeah, they may not have an affinity for League of Legends. Okay, and if I keep yapping, we are not going to have time for the flat. We're allowed visitors. Okay, it's okay. So I was classified as a visitor. We're in fact having guests later this month, and I know them. Okay. Is it Eldar? Out of bed, halfway to getting food. See, that's progress, BP. So let's go to flaps then. Before we do that, I kind of need to close all of these outside. No, but on the right lines. Okay. So I don't know quite how audible the song is, but that is definitely a song to serenade to in the car. Right now, I can't just make do with pages I only have PNGs of. I need the real deal now. We'll need. I think with this one we can get in the farthest. Get rid of the text for now. All of the overlay adjustments. All the overlay adjustments. There are a lot of them. Ah, that's over here, okay. But yeah, we've got this one full, we've got this one full, we've got this one full. Yes, that is exactly what we need. Oh, that was the wrong poop selection. There we go. His skin color. So the thing is with this select and fill tool, I kind of need to work from light to dark. Otherwise, you will have a little bit of a halo going on with the lighter colors seeping into the darker colors. As apparently. Although you're supposed to close the gap. Okay, we'll just fill this in the old-fashioned way. It's fine. I forgot to ink everything in his mouth. Whoops. Literally got teeth and tongue knocked out by the impact. Poor guy. Making coffee? Okay, I'm right here with you. I have a caffeinated beverage. I know I'm not supposed to call it coffee. There we go. It's got teeth and tongue now. Oh no, I think the blue is a bit lighter. There we go. Sometimes you just have to brute force it. not have a reference for his eye color. We have carrot cake. That's about as breakfast bread. Yes, that's a good breakfast. So let me open that 6th page. That one does have the eye colors. Or not. Nope, no eye colors here. 5th page then. Police. That looks good. Let's get rid of the overlay adjustments and layers for the shading. There we go. Oh, wrong tool. I am a professional at this whole art thing, you know? Very good. Very professional. I know exactly what I'm doing here. Tuna, sweet corn mayo baguette with melted cheese it is. Fish with cheese. Well, again, it is your stomach, not mine. Confidence next level. I mean, I, by principle, eat nothing that came out of the ocean or a lake. It's not that I think it's dirty or something. I mean, in the end of the day, it is a big soup. But it's more that I don't trust anything that comes out of water. No seafood at all, nope. Nothing that came out of water for me. I might be convinced to have fish fingers if the need is dire. But until now, the need was never dire enough for that. Tuna melt is not a thing in the civilian population. Not in my household. It might be for others. Again, I'm very much no seafood place. Do some surgery on his eye here. And probably his jawline too. Anything seafood in this household is for cats. And then usually it comes in cans, so I don't have to look at it. Oh, started raining again. Was thinking what that sound was. Oh, bada bing, bada boom. Mother Nature works billions of years to make the best stew, and you just... Yeah, basically. I don't just want to eat her creations, you know? Being on fish myself, but do enjoy hot egg and chips and fish finger sandwiches. I promise it's not a prison. Now I definitely need to rewatch DS9. Yeah, I don't know what it is with me and fish, but we have never really gotten along. Might have just been that we did have it in kindergarten and stuff, and people insisted on us eating it, even if we didn't want to, and that definitely colored some preferences, or lack thereof. Yeah, that's understandable. Okay, now the rain is really coming down, and I'm pretty sure that also makes it to the microphone here. And now rewatch Voyager, yes! Can I get a lot of this one? I can get a lot of this one. I just need to get in here. I wonder what that one is from. My chill streaming playlist? Very chill. Very chill. I mean, the fun thing about this playlist, I technically have it set to shuffle, but it always just goes through everything. I do not know why. But hey, that always means we get Star Trek at the end of the playlist. That is one way to close out. Oh, yeah, that is definitely a way to close out the stream. The song, yeah. Yeah, honestly, both Voyager and DS9 are never skips for me. I will never go beyond them, because I like them both really a lot. Trumpets in space, indeed. And also strings, that's the word. I still don't quite like how the eyes go here. Might not be that bad anymore once I get to colors, but so what we will do now is just get the base layer for the backgrounds, then I think I use this one. Yeah. Can be a little bit smaller though. Just one tier? Not multiple? Like waterfall style? I might actually ugly cry if I ever heard it live. Well, that is a very, very big possibility. Okay, what are you thinking? Okay, CSP's back. Good. That episode is one of the best. That intro alone is chef's kiss. I'll have to patch a meme up with that. So, we'll wait for the doctor here. Because I also think that's the last one on the playlist. Yeah, it's the last one on the playlist. Because yeah, this would also constitute end of stream for the day. And got all the inks done. Flaps for the characters, so next week we'll be painting the backgrounds. Shade the characters, make all the effects pretty. And then the page will be done. Yay! I don't do requests at the moment. I currently also only use the music that I bought or got from sailing the high seas. There may be some of that in there. But usually that would be music that I could not easily get by paying for it. I don't use a music streaming service at the moment. I deleted my accounts on Spotify. Well, the one account, I only had one. Because I just wanted to concentrate on giving the artists actual money again. Because they don't really get anything with Spotify. Which is too damn sad. Also, prettiest mug. With YouTube, the thing is that some of it I can play pretty easily. The creators, the original creators, allow it on YouTube as music. Yeah, it is a very fine mug. I love the mug. If I were to play more radio-born music or something really straight out of soundtracks. I mean, technically a lot of this is soundtracks, but more of the well-known stuff that is more sought after by the algorithms or copyrighted stuff, then yeah, I would get strikes. It could also be, usually YouTube goes through the stream afterwards and tries to match everything to existing songs. And if there is something they find, they will either flag that or will just say that the original owner allows it to be used on YouTube. And yeah, that's usually why my music is more on the quiet side, because that way you're not here to really just listen to that song and not give the original creator money instead, you know. Wait, yeah, with Star Trek right now, I'm a bit more risque. But I've also had it with a handful of streams when I was still using Helen Jane Long's music, because she does a lot of piano arrangements. That YouTube basically found those songs in the streams, and because those songs were in there, I would not have been able to monetize the stream if I had the ability to monetize it to begin with. Like, right now, I'm very far away from being able to monetize anything on YouTube. So, yeah, that's not yet a thing. And I don't think I'll get there anytime soon, which is fine. I do have a non-disclosed goal for YouTube till the end of this year, and we shall see if I reach it. If I do, I'll probably talk about it. If I don't, I may talk about it anyway. So yeah, what YouTube lets me do though, they have this app for mobile devices called YouTube Studio, and you can go basically into your live streams where it flagged a piece of music, and they will basically like cut out the background sound. If I were to talk during that piece of music, it should not affect what I am talking about. Just remove the background music. I did that with a couple of streams, but I honestly haven't checked back how it sounds now. Might be a good idea, but yeah, I won't. The secret ingredient is crime. I mean, I could probably buy subscribers and likes, but no, we're not doing that. That seems like pointless. Very pointless. Oh yeah, see, listen to my bot. Remember to like the stream. That way YouTube knows that you like watching me. But yeah, otherwise, we're at the end of the stream right now. We got a lot done with the comic, and we will finish this page next week, and then we have 7 pages done out of 50. Yay. It's still quite a lot to do. Thank you. So let me get you all over to ending. There we go. So nobody's coming in and surprised that we're winding down. But yeah, I actually don't have anything to yap about anymore. So thanks for keeping me company this fine evening, late afternoon. Well, it's evening now. And have a nice rest of your day. And I'll see you for the next stream next Friday. Till then, bye bye, have a good one.